Special thanks to Patreon supporter Ratcatcher2 for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Stryker Warfare here, bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the M1129 Mortar Carrier Stryker. The M1129 Mortar Carrier is an 8x8 wheeled armored mortar carrier of the Stryker family of combat vehicles produced by General Dynamics Land Systems. It is in use with the United States Army. The M1129 Mortar Carrier, also known as the MCVB, is based on the Stryker infantry carrier vehicle, which itself is a descendant of the Swiss Moag Piranha III. The M1129 is used in the United States Stryker Brigade combat teams, where as part of each brigade's maneuver infantry battalions, and reconnaissance, surveillance, and target acquisition squadrons. The vehicle here has the option of having the 120mm main mortar system, which is present in all these vehicles, as well as the options of having additional support mortars that can be deployed outside the vehicle, such as an 81mm mortar and a 60mm mortar, depending on what squadron and brigade it belongs to. Overall, pretty interesting design for this vehicle, and I really actually think it looks pretty cool. It's probably one of our more unique Stryker versions that we have done a tutorial on, and overall pretty happy with it. We've done a lot of Strykers, and we continue to have more and more coming in, and more will be coming in too. So a lot of cool Stryker variants, and we're really starting to develop a really kind of fully equipped Stryker brigade here with the vehicles we are producing. But yeah, like I said, this is probably one of my favorite versions we've done recently, just due to the fact of how different and how unique this vehicle really is. Before we go ahead and dive into the tutorial though, I do want to go ahead and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Ratcatcher2 for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is on my video description to where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a vehicle request you're choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel and is really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check it out if you are interested. Anyways, with this, let's go ahead and move into the, take a look at the vehicle, and we'll go from there. Now, this vehicle here, pretty standard design for the Stryker, obviously the same sort of details here. The main differences we get into is the back here is a little bit more boxed, so very similar to the MEV, the medical evacuation vehicle version of the Stryker, so it has kind of a more boxed area back here. And this basically is to allow more room for the crew and storage and stuff like that for the mortar system. We do have the machine gun mount up on top here, which is a 7.62mm M240. It seems to be the kind of standard base design that they implement on all Stryker versions. So pretty standard design there. After we have that done, we have obviously just more details surrounding the vehicle, our you know, little antennas, all that stuff. And also to kind of spruce up the sides here a little bit, I've added some extra gear, so we just have some extra stuff mounted onto the side of the vehicle, spare tires, jerry cans, all that kind of random stuff there. So nothing too crazy, but then we go into the inside here, and this kind of makes the vehicle more unique compared to previous vehicles I've done. This actually has a bit of interior. As you can see, we do have the mortar system here, so this is a 120mm fixed mortar system, and we also have some of the detailing, so ammo racks on the side here, and just various compartments and stuff like that. As we progress further, we actually have a bit of detailing inside here, which actually leads to the vehicle commander's seat right here. It's really, we can't get to it just due to the way this vehicle is structured. But yeah, it's basically there. This little seat, and it's actually right below the cupola hatch right there. So it has that realism to it. And up there would be a way to get into the driver's section, but just with the way the vehicle is structured, we really don't have the ability to do that. So I kind of had to settle with just kind of closing it off with some black, polished blackstone. But I think it still gives the impression pretty well. You get a nice little interior out of the vehicle, and I think it does look pretty cool, and just kind of makes it a little bit more unique compared to other vehicles that we've done with out interiors. So fun little build, and I think it will be a great addition to any of your Stryker brigades, especially if you're looking for some sort of kind of self-propelled artillery type piece. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. We're guys moving into our first layer. We have layer number 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down 2 polished blackstone stairs back to back to each other like so, followed by another set of 2. Now we're going to be coming off that first one like so. We're going to place down a stone brick top slab coming off here, right here, and also an iron trapdoor following those stone brick top slabs. We then want to place down another stone brick top slab there, coming off those iron trapdoors. 2 polished blackstone stairs like that back to back, as well as 2 stairs right here, also back to back as well. After that, we then want to go ahead and skip a space of 2 back from this set of polished blackstone stairs. You're going to place down there 2 stairs back to back, as well as another set of 2 right here. Same thing will be done over here on this side as well. So just like this, and over here as well. In the inside here, we're going to place down stone brick tops out to both sides there, iron trapdoor in the center, another stone brick tops out to both sides, and another iron trapdoor there in the center. And after we have that all done right there, that right there is going to wrap up what we have there for layer 1. Pretty simple, straightforward layer, and this is what you should have from the top-down view. Anyways, that right there is going to conclude this layer. Let's move on to our next layer, layer number 2. And moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to get started here with, we're going to place down 2 polished blackstone stairs, which are going to be back to back to each other on top of each one of these wheels. So we have a total of 8 of these stairs back to back, just like this. This is going to go all the way around the vehicle like so. So just like that. We then want to place down an anvil on top of these iron trap doors, as well as stone brick walls to the sides here of these anvils, like that. So just like so. After that, we want to go and take our green terracotta. We're going to place down a row of 3 across the front here, followed by a second row of 3. And then to the sides, we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head. So just like that. We then want to place down a row of 3 of dark oak with top steps, so 1, 2, 3. And after we have that done, we want to go and then place down a item frame coming off those 2 slabs. And then after those item frames, we're going to place down tripwire hooks in those item frames like that, rotated so that they're facing downwards, like so. With that complete, we're going to go then place down a row of 3 green terracotta across here, followed by another row of 3 of green terracotta, and then a second row of 3 in this gap of 2, like so. Except on both ends of this row, or the second row here, we're going to place down a dark oak with top slab. We're going to go and fill this space in here as well with green terracotta, as well as this space here, and another row of 3 of green terracotta back. At that point here, we're going to place down a dark oak with upside down stair to both sides, a dark oak with corner stair, upside down coming off those stairs there. And then we want to go and grab ourselves some item frames here again. We're going to place down an item frame, which will be coming off these 2 stairs here, followed by tripwire hooks in those item frames, like that, and have those rotated so they're facing downwards. After that, we're going to then place down a end rod, which will be in the center, like so. Like that, and then on both sides of it, we're going to place down a zombie head. So just like that. And after you have that all done, that right there is going to basically do it for the basic structure there for layer 2. We're going to go ahead and grab some materials here to make these banners, which will kind of spruce up the wheels, give them a little bit more of a wheel type look. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the necessary materials for that, but right there is going to conclude the main structure there for layer 2. With that though, let's go ahead and move into those banners. Alright guys, so go ahead and move into making these banners. They're pretty simple to make. We're going to go ahead and need to start by going ahead and placing down a loom right here. We're going to follow up by going into the loom. We're going to place down a black banner like so. And then after that, we want to go and then place down a piece of green dye. We're going to go and select the line going down the left side vertically. That's going to be our first banner. And then we're going to go and then select the line going down the right side. So we have 2 banners like this, kind of opposites from each other. Both these banners are going to go ahead and go back into our loom. We're going to take our black dye, do a line across the top, and a line across the bottom to go ahead and make our first one. And our second banner here is going to be made the same way. Line across the bottom, line across the top horizontally, and we get these 2 banners like so. After that, we're going to then go to the sides here of these polished blackstone stairs, and we're just going to place down 2 of these green banners here, like that, facing toward each other. Same thing over here, as well, like so. And after we have that all done right there, that's going to basically complete the banners there for the wheels. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we moved into layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across here, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall here to both sides. We then want to go ahead and place down another row of 3 of green terracotta going forward, a green stained glass pane to both sides here, and then a item frame on the left side of the vehicle, so this side here, with a white bed in the item frame, rotated on the side, and a dark oak sign over it if you're on Java. If you're on Pocket Edition or Bedrock, go ahead and disregard the sign and just place down the item frame. At this point here, we're going to place down a row of 2 of dark oak trapdoor or signs across at these 2 green terracotta blocks like so. After that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across here, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides, like so. And then another row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak down stair again to both sides. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on top of these ones, or actually, sorry, just a stone brick wall on top of these ones from the previous layer. And we're going to then take our green terracotta and place down a green terracotta block between those walls like so. We're going to then place down rows of 3 of green terracotta, just filling in the insides here, like that, all the way back to this point here, like so. At this point, going to the sides, we're going to then place down 1, 2, 3 dark oak with top slabs, and then a dark oak with upside down stair. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3 dark oak with top slabs, and then an upside down stair. Followed by a green terracotta block on both sides. And then after that, a dark oak with upside down stair to both sides. And then 1, 2, 3 dark oak with top slabs, and 1, 2, 3 dark oak with top slabs. We're going to then place down a green terracotta block. Come on off the side there of those top slabs like so, an item frame. And then in that item frame, we're going to place down a tripwire hook on both sides, rotated so the tripwire hook is facing downwards. Continuing on, we then want to place down a dark oak stair here on top of those upside down corner stairs with a dark oak sign on the side of these stairs like so. We're going to go then place down item frames coming off those 2 stairs with a red apple in those item frames. And then again, if you're on Java, we can place down a dark oak fence gate that will be coming off these stairs like so. As well as if we're on Java and we place these fence gates, we're going to go ahead and also place down a skeleton skull there. After that, on the center here, we're going to go ahead and just very simply place down a granite wall to both sides and a green stained glass pane there in the center. With that all complete though, that right there is going to wrap up our basic design here for this layer. To add a little bit of extra detail on the sides, which is kind of optional, we can go ahead and take some dark oak trapdoors, place down 1, 2 trapdoors here, and 1, 2 like that on the right side. Over here on the left side, it's going to be slightly different. We want to go and just do a row of 3, so we're just going to go over here. 1, 2, 3 trapdoors. So that right there will basically be just mounts there that we'll be using to put extra cargo on the vehicle. As well as also on the front here, we do have some tools that are mounted kind of on the fender. So very simply for this section here, above this wheel, we'll just go ahead and place down some item frames and place down some tools there, rotate on the side. And you could do the same thing on both sides. We're going to go ahead and just do it on one side, just kind of break up the vehicle and make it look a little bit different for each one. But that right there is going to conclude what we have there for layer number 2, or sorry, layer number 3. And with that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to begin, we're going to go ahead and place down an anvil here on top of this block, followed by a zombie head coming off it going forward. We then want to go and go to both sides of this anvil, place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, dark oak wood fence gate, and have that fence gate open up toward the front. Coming off the fence gate, we're going to place down an item frame, and then a snowball in those item frames, like so. After we have that done, if you are on Java, we can go ahead and use a debug stick here to go ahead and do some modifications or change some kind of properties of some blocks. We're going to go and skip a space out from these fence gates and place down a lever on the side of a block. We can go ahead and then use our give command, so /give at P, and we're going to have our barrier block, or actually, sorry, no, debug stick, my bad. And it will look just like this for your command. Press enter, and we have our debug stick here. We're going to go ahead and do the selected facing, and we're going to go and rotate this until it sits flat against our fence gate. And same thing over here, like so. We can go and then delete those blocks, and then on top of those levers, we can just go ahead and place down our zombie heads at very slight angles, like this to the side. So you don't want them straight on, you want them slightly angled, like that. After that's all complete, we want to go and then take our dark oak wood stairs. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3 across this section here, followed by a dark oak wood upside down corner, or sorry, just a regular normal corner stair to both sides. After that, going back from that corner stair, we're going to place down another corner stair like so, and then another row of 3 of green terracotta across this open space here. On the sides, we're going to go and grab ourselves some item frames. We're going to place down an item frame here on the side of this corner stair, and as well as this one. And in that corner stair, we're going to place down a tripwire hook. So again, on both sides. We're going to then place down a row of 5 green terracotta, a second row of 5, followed by a third row, a fourth row, and actually at this fourth row, we're going to go ahead and make some alterations, I should say. So this right here is where we do start to get into our inside interior section. We're going to kind of build this layer by layer as we progress up. For this layer though, we're going to place down a polished blackstone wall in this section here. And we want to go and then grab ourselves some smooth quartz blocks. So in our creative menu, we'll grab some smooth quartz. Could use white concrete as well. We'll just use white concrete, same thing. And we're going to place down 2 white concrete blocks over to the side of it. Now at this point, we're going to then grab ourselves a polished blackstone slab. And we're going to place this right here for the seat. We then want to go ahead and go over from this with white carpet. We're going to place down 2 white carpet over. And at this point, we're going to go then place down a quartz stair, which will be on top of this block here, or this wall, which will be facing that direction. And we then want to go ahead and place down a stack of or an iron bar right here. To the sides, we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks, like so. And again, white carpet here in the center. Now, continuing on, we're going to then place down a row of 3 of white carpet. Actually, it's going to be a row of 2. And this middle block right here in the center, we're going to replace with white concrete. Now, at this point, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood slab, like so, and a dark oak wood stair. Coming off that slab, going back, we're going to go and grab a wither skeleton skull, and we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off the slab here toward the back of the vehicle, or toward the front of the vehicle, I should say. We then want to go and take dark oak wood trapdoors, and on the sides of this slab and stair, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, like so. And once we have that done, we're going to continue on by going to the sides and placing down 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks, continuing to work that way, or working that section back. We then want to place down a quartz slab here to both sides, and in the center section here, we're going to place down a white carpet, as well as 2 white carpets there to the side. And that right there will kind of be the start there of our interior, and we're going to go ahead and kind of leave that as is for right now. We then want to place down a green terracotta block going back on both sides, and a narrow mossy cobblestone wall here to the sides. We're going to go then place down a green shulker box on top of these shulker boxes, or on top of these fence gates, like so. And we're going to then take our dark oak wood signs and wrap them around the sides here of these shulker boxes, like so. So it's just going to get wrapped around like that. And once we have that all done there, that right there is going to almost conclude this layer of some final things to do here. Are very simply going to be placing down a granite wall to both sides here and a green stained glass pane there in the exact center. With that all complete though, going to the sides, we have some extra details we can add on. So for this, over here on the right side, we're going to place down a dark oak wood button, as well as a ladder in this space here. We then want to go and grab ourselves some stripped birchwood. We're going to place down 2 stripped birchwood blocks, like this along the side here, like so. And we then want to go and grab our levers, and we're going to place down 2 levers, which will be flicked downwards, like so, connecting up to those trap doors. And then grab ourselves some mossy cobblestone walls. We're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls going forward from those levers, like that. After that's all done, over here on the other side, so the left side, we're going to place down a polished black stone upside down stair here. 1 stair coming off it like so. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a barrel. We're going to place it down on its side like so. A polished black stone wall, and then a stripped birchwood block like that. And then continuing on the side here, we are going to make one quick adjustment. We are going to place down 2 green shulker boxes in this spot right here. And coming off those shulker boxes, we are going to place down 2 dark oak wood buttons. As well as we do want to place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off the side of this second green terracotta block from the front there on the left side of the vehicle. And once we have that all done there, that right there is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 4. As you can see, we have a bit of the interior being built and kind of making some progress on the vehicle. So with that, that's going to conclude this layer. Let's move on to layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we want to start off by going ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood stair. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair on top of this green terracotta block here. And coming off of it, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab. Around the dark oak wood top slab, we're going to place down item frames. And in those item frames, we want to go ahead and place down light gray stained glass panes. We can also go ahead and use black stained glass as well. But basically this right here is just kind of a raised up little kind of window, which kind of goes around and makes it a little bit easier for the operator of the vehicle to actually see. After we have that done, optional, if you're on Java, we can go ahead and also place down a item frame on top of that cornered stair and that green terracotta block there. On that item frame, we're going to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block. Now, if you're on Bedrock or Pocket Edition, you're able to place down the item frames both in the same block space, so you'll have to pick whichever one you prefer. Obviously, I think that the glass pane on the slab there is more important, so I would prioritize that over the ones on the sides. We're also going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of this cornered stair here, and a zombie head on top of it like so. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and also place down a zombie head on both sides of the stair like so, as well as a row of 2 of anvils, 1, 2, in that section. And we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of dark oak wood trapdoors on top of those anvils, and a trapdoor on top of that top slab there, like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair here, followed by a lectern, which will be coming off the front of it. And we're going to place down a narrow dark oak wood stair right here. After that, we're going to go ahead and take our polished blackstone, place down a polished blackstone block here, a stair like that, and we then want to place down 2 polished blackstone walls on the very side here. Taking our dark oak wood trapdoors again, we're going to place down a trapdoor on the front there of that stair and kind of close it or open it, however you want to look at it, so it looks like that. We then want to take our dark oak wood stairs and place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood stairs across, followed by a dark oak wood corner stair to both sides. We then want to go ahead and go back on both sides with 1, 2, 3 mossy cobblestone walls, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3 mossy cobblestone walls. At this point on the inside here, we're going to place down a near polished black stone wall on top of this one, and we could actually change this out for black concrete. Black concrete actually might work a little bit better in this situation, so we could also change this out for black concrete. Either way will work. We're going to place down another quartz or white concrete block right there, and this time we do want to go ahead and grab this panel here, or this smoker. I'm going to place down a smoker block in this section right here, and then an iron bar on the back, or on top of that one there, and a black banner coming off that iron bar like that to go and make this seat. At this point here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a quartz upside down stair also in this section right here. And then grabbing ourselves some iron trap doors here, or actually first hand, we're going to need a dark oak wood trap door in this space here. And then the remaining space, we can go ahead and grab some iron trap doors, and we can very simply just place down some iron trap doors in that section there, like that. Now once we have that done, we're going to go then place down a green terracotta block on top of this slab here. And we're going to follow this up and place down a dark oak wood fence gate, coming off this green terracotta block and opened up toward it like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence post, which will be coming off this green terracotta block like that. And to the right side here, we're going to place down an item frame, and in that item frame we're going to place down a cobweb like so. On the other side, we're just going to go ahead and basically leave it as is. Now at this point, we then want to go and take our green terracotta, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the sides. Our first set of banners here are going to be 2 white banners, so 1, 2, 1, 2. And we will be making the other banners are going to go right here. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to leave this as is for right now, and I'll come back to those banners after we get the rest of this layer complete. Anyways, at this point here, we then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall here in the corners, and we're going to then take our green terracotta and place down a row of 3 across. We're going to place down an item frame on both mossy cobblestone walls there, and in those item frames we're going to place down tripwire hooks, which will be rotated facing downwards, like so, and same thing over here, rotated facing downwards. We then want to place down a dark oak wood button, which will be on these 2 green terracotta blocks here, as well as a zombie head on top of these green shulker boxes on both corners. Then taking our dark oak wood buttons, we're going to place down a row of 8 or row 4 across, and then over here on this side, we have a little bit of a different design. So the right side's going to be like this. We're going to go ahead and take our green stained glass panes and also place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 glass panes forward. However, over here on the left side, we have a little bit of a different design. For this, we're going to place down a cut sandstone slab on top of this stripped birchwood block, as well as 2 polished black stone stairs back to back on top of those 2 from the previous layer, and then 2 dark oak wood buttons, which will be on this section here. We can also grab the banners here that we used for the wheels on the bottom and also place them on the side of this tire as well for that wheel design. And after we have that all done, just double check and make sure I'm not missing anything. That does appear to be everything for this layer. And that right there will conclude what we have for layer number 5 for the build. I'm going to go ahead and grab the necessary materials we'll need to make this banner here, which will be the little ammo rack system or whatever, however you want to refer to it as. But with that, let me go ahead and grab the materials and I'll show you guys how to make those banners. Alright guys, so to make these banners are pretty straightforward. We're going to go ahead and need a loom, a black banner, and 2 gray dye. We're going to go into our loom, place our black banner, and our gray dye. Now we want to go ahead and first start off by going ahead and selecting this brick pattern like so. So we have the dark gray dye and the brick pattern. We're going to go ahead and grab this banner, put it back into our loom. We then want to go ahead and select the vertical lines that go down of basically our dark gray, and that right there is going to pretty much make our banner. We're going to grab it, and we have a banner that looks basically like this. Now these banners here very simply are going to be placed down on these 2 sections here for a little bit of a racking system. I kind of look at it as maybe like ammo or something like that, but that's basically looking on both sides there of the vehicle. So pretty cool little detail. I think it came out pretty good, and that right there kind of gives you a good overall view of the interior. So nothing too crazy, but it's something kind of nice and something some people have asked for before, see some interiors, and here we are kind of getting one. One thing also in this space here, it's not necessary to place down an iron trapdoor, so you could place down a white banner right here as well if you really want to kind of keep that white color on the inside here. Definitely an option, however also not completely necessary. So either one, an iron trapdoor there or a white carpet, you know, it doesn't matter, there will be a carpet that will be covering it up. So just keep that in account when you work on that. you have the two options there. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for layer number 5 completely, layer number 5, and with that we're going to be going ahead and moving into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our next layers, we have layers 6 through 11. To go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a dark oak fence gate, which will be on top of this mossy cobblestone wall here. On top of that, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished black stone upside down stair like so. A wither skeleton skull will come out the back of the stair and to the left side. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak fence gate going forward and a chain like so. On the side here of the right side of the stair, we're going to place down an iron frame, followed by a black bed in the iron frame, rotate on its side like that. And we then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak sign on the side of the stair as well, if you're on Java. Lastly, for the machine gun here, we're going to place down a redstone repeater on top of it and separate the notches like so. You're more than welcome to use some of my other machine gun designs, however this one here seems to be the most widely used for this model of vehicle, so I would recommend this machine gun. Though if you do want to add a 50 cal or you want to add an automated turret, you know who am I to tell you no, you're free to do that, but just keeping accuracy's sake, this is the way to do that. Anyways, at this point here, we're going to go then place down a dark oak wood slab here, and on top of this smoker, on top of this iron trapdoor here, and on top of this iron bar. We can then place down a spruce wood slab in this section like so, or leave it open like that. And you can also do a little technique here. If you want to show the hatch open, you can go ahead and put down like a spruce wood trapdoor opened up like that as well, but we're just going to have it closed with a spruce wood slab there. After that, we're going to go then take our zombie heads. We're going to place down a zombie head here at about a 45-degree angle here in the corners. So that's going to go all the way around like so. And actually this right here is going to be replaced with a dark oak wood fence post. Now, this section here, a little bit annoying to have that white shown through on the top. So another modification we could do here, again kind of optional, is to place down a green terracotta block in that section there. We'll grab our white banners. We can delete this iron trapdoor here, and we can place down a white banner. This one here works pretty well, and helps hide that green banner a little bit more, keep that white interior, and you get this kind of up above there look. So probably the best design there to actually kind of use in that section there to avoid having that white shown through. Anyways, continue over to place down a dark oak fence post here and a zombie head on top of that fence post, which will be facing straight forward. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 green carpet on top of those blocks there, as well as a redstone repeater with the notches spread apart on top of that quartz upside down stair. We then want to place down a dark oak fence post on top of this first mossy cobblestone wall, as well as 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 iron bars going up like so. After that, we want to go then to our dark oak slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 along the side here. And then we're going to place down a row of 4 of dark oak top slabs, like that. And these are right here are the doors that would open up for the mortar section, so like so. We're going to go then place down a dark oak fence post on top of this wall here to the side. On top of that, we want to go ahead and place down a lantern, like so, and then dark oak signs along these 2 sides of the on the side there of the fence. We then want to place down an end rod right here, and then going up from the end rod, we'll place down 1, 2, 3, 4 iron bars, and then over here to the other side, we're going to place down a dark oak fence post, and we're going to go ahead and go up 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars up from that as well. We're going to go then place down a polished black stone stair, which will be on top of this fence post here for the mortar, followed by a dark oak wood sign coming off of it, and after that, we want to go and then place down a wither skeleton skull coming off that, or basically place down a block here, and then a wither skeleton skull come off the block to the side, and then delete that to go ahead and create that mortar there, like that. So pretty simple stuff. And with that all complete, that right there is going to complete my design here for the M1129 MC Stryker, basically mortar carrier armored vehicle. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do hope you guys give me proper credit for it. This is me thinking from a solid build, link to my channel or this video, this is apparently social media sites. Actually, one quick thing, before we go and end this, I did realize that we do also want to place down 2 dark oak buttons on top of those 2 green terracotta blocks. So I just actually noticed that, so make sure that you go ahead and throw those on real quick as well. Anyways, that right there will now do it for the tutorial. As always, right before, still applies if it's my design. Go ahead and please give credit for it. Be much appreciated. In addition to that, again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Ratcatcher2 for making this tutorial possible. And as always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions. With that, though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.